BG Foods, we made us a homemade cheesecake, and
It took like 1 hour.
yeah, it took like a whole hour. Actually, more than a whole hour.
Yesterday, my puppy day.
Yep. Yesterday,
my
son turned 11, and we had a big weekend, so now we're having Hamburger Helper. And then we had but we did have a cheesecake to try and make it something, big and exciting and, something worth watching. But here you go on the old Hamburger Helper. The Italian cheesy shells, hands down, the best Hamburger Helper there is. Not going to argue with anybody. But look, on the side, typically I'll make some carrots like this, just kind of steam them with some garlic butter. Yep, some butter. And then some salt and a little bit of brown sugar. I think I ended up putting that on there, but I think I forgot to record that. Anyways, that was a quick dinner. We ate it, and then who started looking for a plate to lick. The only reason is because he was throwaway plates. Otherwise, absolutely not. Anyways, that was a good dinner. But here we go. Here's to the main thing we saved our bellies for, and that was some cheesecake. I've never made this before by myself or from scratch, but it wasn't difficult. Literally wasn't. Melted some butter on the side. I ended up using 5 graham crackers, and then I was like, here, let me use the back of a knife. That'll work.
Nice.
Absolutely not. No. Terrible idea. Get your smasher thingarooski out of your drawer that you never use. I use mine all the time, but best thing ever for this. We're making the graham cracker crust here, so crushing those down as fine as you can get them, or as long as you want to deal with that. Finer the better, though. In the meantime, that butter is just kind of slowly melting. We're not trying to get it boiling or anything. We're trying to get it melted. So did that kind of low and slow. And poured that in there. That was about, I think, 4 or 5 teaspoons of butter. And about 5 graham crackers. So I'd say graham cracker per teaspoon of butter for my crust, which ended up being bomb diggity. Then we added some sugar and salt, of course. But here we go. Dropped it in the pan. Yeah, I'd forgotten the salt and the sugar, so had to throw that in there real quick. I think it was I ended up doing like 2 teaspoons of sugar and, I don't know, maybe half a teaspoon of salt, maybe less. Do what you want to. Spread that on your pan. I ended up doing a little bit more a little bit later just so I can go along the sides. But first I did the bottom and I smashed it in.
Cookie.
I'll later come back and I'll do the sides of it. Here's the filling. So just 2 8-ounce cream cheese bricks. Soften. Let them sit out and get, maybe not room temperature if you don't feel comfortable with that. But whatever. Get them soft. Here's Jasmine. She's like, all right, I heard there's cheesecake coming, so I'm just going to wait over here. Anyways, on your stand, make sure you just kind of get those 2 blocks kind of moving around. And then we're slowly going to add in half cup of sugar on this recipe. We're making a little bit of a smaller cheesecake. There's a recipe calls for 3 blocks, 3/4 of the cup of sugar, and then I think 3 eggs. This one's 2 blocks, 1/2, and we're about to do 2 eggs, but I'll slowly introduce that sugar in there and kind of let that cream up a little bit. You don't want to overwork it though. You just want it to look super nice and creamy. You don't have your mixture on 10, you have it on like a 4 or 5 at maximum. And slowly going to let it work in 1 egg, and then slowly work in egg number 2. And you almost have like a custardy looking consistency. In the meantime, I did have that crust in the fridge, so I let that butter kind of set a little bit. And so then I poured in my filling slowly into the center. And I tried not to use a spatula, and that was a kind of dumb idea. I quickly got smart, found my spatula to finish the job. That way I can get all that incredible goodness in the middle. Yeah, we're totally having some early bird Saturday Waffle House tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 20-odd degrees here, which never happens, but we're going to do some frosty early breakfast.
Let me go to the beach.
In this we're going to check out the beach, maybe. All right, so in the cheesecake goes $3.50 for, we did ours for 22 minutes. And then best practice is, all you do is you turn your oven off, you crack it open, and you let it just sit in there for another 45 minutes. And then this is what it looks like once it cools down. It kind of shrinks up a little bit, draws the sides in a little bit. And then we're going to put it in the fridge. We end up doing another hour and a half in the fridge. So this is what it looked like after an hour and a half in the fridge. All nice and firm and cool and perfect. No cracks. There's a lot of recipes that call for sour cream in this. I don't like it. I think it gets too floofy. This was just fluffy enough for me. You know, denser cheesecake. I really do like. So, all right. So we got a couple slices out here. The crust being kind of, crummy like it is, it helps it kind of slide out of the pan. And, man, we smashed this stuff.
Slap it on.
It was super rich, so these small pieces was about all our stomachs could handle. But, man, it looked good. Came out looking beautiful. Y'all enjoy. Make your own. Bye.